Hello and welcome to this Friday dev stream where we will be trying to make these shrines. We've got a load of them here, a load of different shrines that we need to project onto some kind of proxified mesh. Oh, I have like a little light dapple on my face that looks weird. Very good. Okay, so let's start with what? I don't even have the build open. That's clever, huh? Okay, so let's go hub, I guess. That's weird that I don't have Unity open. How does that even... I feel like I never close Unity. All right, so we're opening Unity, and then we're gonna go to our shrine and try to project these things. They've got a bunch of candles. I don't know, because they all have the same, I guess they're all a little bit different, but they have this like little circular stone pattern, which maybe should be a different texture. I don't know. It looks like all their candles are different values. There's a lot of ways to go about this. We need to do all those little flames as well. So all of the shrines have three states. They have a destroyed state. They have like a ancient decayed state, and then they have a restored state. And so we need to, none of them have any of the restored states right now, and Jacqueline's drawn them all, so we need to project them and figure out what we're doing for those. Bethany Laurel, hello, welcome to the stream. There's an update when the game is coming out. E-Shade is my favorite game. You're too kind. That is always amazing to hear when someone says E-Shade is their favorite. It's completely surreal. So thank you for playing E-Shade, and thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate that. We have not announced a release date for Glimmerwick yet. So still just chugging away on the game. But I appreciate you asking. The best question. When do we get it? That means typically that people want to play it, which is always very good. Okay, so I'm gonna go into is Unity still opening? Are you serious? I mean, there it goes. Okay, here we are. So I need to load up these other scenes, and then I need to put our player character next to our first shrine and see what's going on with the restored state. All right, rock on. Well, that's amazing, amazing to hear. Yeah, no, it's definitely, it's always funny when people, it's for me to read, you know, people being like, is it still being worked on? I guess people don't have any way of knowing, but for us, you know, Glimmerwick is our whole life. It's like, you know, every day we work on this every day. It's my wife and I, it's both of our full-time jobs. And we also have a full-time programmer as well. And we're just working on it every single day. It's our entire life. So it's certainly being worked on, and we will finish it. We will finish it, or we will die. Those are the only two outcomes. Whether, you know, if the game stops development, it will be because both Jacqueline and I passed away. That's the only thing that would stop us from finishing it. But still going strong. The game development and our life being alive, the whole being alive thing. I'm going to move the avatar over to the shrine here. And this is the shrine. So I'm going to put ourselves in some kind of shrine start setting. So this is called shrine start, and I don't know if that's going to give us what we want. And what I want is to be able to cast the spell to restore the shrine. So I'm going to run the game and see if that is something we can do from this start setting. I know the destroyed version is already working for the shrine. So, oops. Okay, so it took us to another area. And this is actually the first shrine that we encounter in the game. This one right here. Oh, we need to scale down this anthropologist too. Look how big she is. Oh, that is terrifying. So big. So yeah, we need to scale her down and sort of finagle her in. Anyhow, I don't think I'd be able to do any of the spells right now, so let me check. Yeah, so if we talk to her, I think she gives us the spell. Oh, she's off the screen dialogue-wise. I'm just reading through her dialogue real quick. I've never actually done the start of this quest. Okay, so she gave me a restoration round. And I'm gonna play it and see if it works. Can't do that here, so you have to be like literally right on top of the shrine. Like you have to be standing in the shrine. Still can't do that. So I just cannot play the restoration song on the shrine. Let's see. I'm making slow progress on the shrine. There are others needing a quick fix to protect them from further damage. Okay. So weird how I can't do that. Why are these so blurry? Very strange. Very weird. I always am getting distracted here. Hagrid? Yeah. It didn't even seem odd. That's funny. I'm gonna look at this texture real fast. This is driving me absolutely bananas. I always see these shrubs and they just look like they're so blurry, and it's just the texture. They're not actually low res. Here's the moon shrub. Or more shrub, it's called. Clicking on the texture, using the normal foliage texture, and it's a 512. Do we have any more here? Like if I go 1024? Okay, so we do have more there, but it's not even doing anything because just the texture itself looks blurry. Like if I downsample it to 128, then we should, okay, so now we can clearly see it's blurry. And we go up to 512, and it gets a little sharper, but it still looks blurry. And then we go to 1024, and it did get a tiny bit sharper. Let me check if it's compression. Let me just completely use no compression. So it's definitely not compression either. I'm actually gonna screenshot that. Sorry. Should have muted the mic, didn't catch it in time. And I'm gonna go to our little Trello here, and not little Trello, it's a very big Trello. I'm gonna put it in Jacqueline's list. I'm just gonna say, more shrubs look blurry. Looks like a low res texture, but it's not. And I'm just gonna paste. Oh man. Oh, there, okay, it did finally go in there. All right, okay, both of my control V's went in. Let me delete one. Let me detach one of these. Yeah, remove it, okay. There we go. So hopefully Jacqueline will fix that. Minimize that. So why doesn't the first shrine work? Really weird. Let me go with this by shrine start setting. Give that a try. Okay. So now I'll check. And I've got restoration rounds. Okay, so that should restore the shrine. Got some Z fighting here with this tree. I will fix. But it doesn't have any water anymore. That's stupid. But let's just see what is actually showing in the shrine. It's not supposed to be a lightning to fix it. It's supposed to be a different particle effect. So we need to make that particle effect. So here is the... it just says Shrine Lightning. It's showing the Shrine Lightning version. So that's definitely not what we want. Repaired game objects. So repaired game objects is showing. So I guess repaired game objects is what we want to do here. Okay. Oh man, these shrines are so messed up. So many ways. E-Shade was so good, far too short. I disagree. But Glimmerwick will be long as heck. Glimmerwick is going to be probably 25 hours. All right, so here is our repaired. Let me actually try destroying the shrine. I want to see if that's working. I'm going to go ahead and sync first. Let me sync. Nothing updated. Okay. Let me revert this texture. And I'm going to destroy the shrine. At least I want to see if that's working. Well, that's always very good to hear. Now I want to do the desolation spell here. Okay. So the destruction spell is working. This is dumb. These vegetations should not be part. Basically, none of the vegetation should be part of the texture. Because then the player can't make it jostle. I don't know. Is it a problem? Maybe I shouldn't worry about it. You know, I should probably just... I mean, it's not ideal, but whatever. It's already done, so I'm just going to let it be. Worry about other things. So I'm glad the destruction part works. Now I just need to make a good-looking repair state. So this shrine right here, Shrine 1, is supposed to, when it gets repaired, it's supposed to, I believe, look like Shrine 2. This one right here. So what I want to do is I just want to deactivate all of the vegetation layers, because we're just not going to have them. Maybe we can leave those bushes back there. Maybe. Yeah, okay, I'll leave those. That's fine. These little, leave those little grasses too, because those aren't going to jostle and we don't have anything like them. So I'll leave those. Then we also need to deactivate the water layer. So that's that. And then the candles, what is this? Here, we can erase that. Lots of little doodads out here. The bushes, we can probably just make sure that's filled in there. Clean this up a little bit. Oh, you know, I should probably check this texture out because it's not checked out right now. So the name of the texture is Shrine to Cliff. So let me go over to Perforce and go into texture. Actually, where is it even? Let's find it in Unity. Shrine to Cliff. Yeah, let's check that texture out. And all right, so now that we've turned off all that vegetation, I wish I should probably keep the vegetation. Yeah, here we go. So at least I can look at it as a reference point because we will need to dress this thing up. Oh boy, it's so hard to know what to do. All right, let's go with that. I'm going to give that a save. It's Shrine to Cliff. I'm going to head over to our Perforce and I'm going to look at models and we're just going to find our shrines blend file and I'm going to check it out for edits and I'm going to open it in Blender. And just mark these to not export. Here we go. And now we've got Shrine 1 LD0. So we're going to want another version. Maybe we just need a different material. Yeah, that's probably what we need actually. So maybe I won't duplicate that. And I suppose we can just go to Unity. And let's go check out our repaired game object. So let's open up Shrine 1 prefab. And I'm going to check out the Shrine Destroyed version. Oh, whoops. Nope. The Shrine Repaired version is what we're looking at. The original Shrine hopefully will deactivate. Shrine Repaired and be replaced with Shrine Repaired. So this one has a missing mesh. It doesn't have any mesh components on it at all, which is strange. Everything looks good about this with the exception of we need to at least get a mesh filter on there, get a mesh render, copy components, paste component as new, and I'll just call this pond. I'll just make sure we have the same sort of markup. So there was no markup on the pond. In the other one, there is a stone mesh collider and it's using Shrine 1 Fizz. The stone mesh collider and it's using Shrine 1 Fizz. Very good. So the only difference is we need Shrine 1. We need a new material called Shrine 1 Repaired. And I'll check this prefab out. Give it a save. And then we'll put in our Shrine Destroyed, Shrine 1 Destroyed. No, Shrine 1 Repaired. What is wrong with me? Look alive. Okay, so now we've got the repaired state. And we just need to replace this texture with the Shrine to Cliff. What did I do? What did I replace with Shrine 1 repaired? Was it this one? Yeah, it was that one. Jeez. Huh. So what was here before? I just need to undo. I replaced the wrong material. Why am I like this right now? Okay, shrine destroyed. There we go. That's shrine destroyed. Shrine repaired needs to be Shrine 1 repaired. So what? Here we go. All right. And then looking at the ponds. So here's Shrine 1 water line. We're probably going to need a Shrine 1 repaired water line. And that's just going to simply use the other material. Shrine 2 cliff. And for coffee, yeah, maybe I need some coffee or something. Already had coffee today. Maybe I need more. All right, so I'm going to replace this with Shrine 1 repaired water line. There we go. So got the little water line. Should be lining up correctly now. And I just need to remove all the flames from these candles. The candles are interesting. I kind of think that they should pop up a little bit, and I might even, I don't want to like, okay, ideally every candle should be its own alpha card so that the player can kind of walk behind them and around them. But that's just going to be annoying to do. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just go to the texture. See all these flames. None of these things should have flames. I'll delete the glow. I suppose I could leave the glow if I want to, but I should remove the flames. Of course, the flames are part of the drawing. They're just really annoying for me. I'll just remove all the flames because all these flames need to be modeled, right? Or they need to have particles, so. I need to get rid of all these little tiny flames. God dang it. If they were just a separate layer, it would be so easy. Okay. I'll control select. That'll allow me to see more easily what I'm actually looking at. Control select, so all of these little bits, erase all those. I think that's all for that layer. Now I need to go to the next layer, apparently. Yeah, and then I will get rid of all of these flames. Okay, there. So all the flames are gone. Now those candles are fine. We've got a little bit of flame here. I hate this pixel grid more than anything. I don't know how to permanently turn it off. Show pixel grid. There we go. Now I can actually see my work. Just going to control select and we're just going to paint over that little fringing. We don't have that little yellow fringing. I'll do it again over here. And let's just get rid of that little bit there. All right, good enough. That'll do. Okay, next. So we got rid of those flames. Now let's get rid of these flames. Oh, these are actually in a couple different layers. Let's make a group and call it candles. Blue dream tea. Yeah, too much dream tea today. I'm just trying to find other candle layers and put them in the group here. Unfortunately, I changed the ordering. So it's this one, this one, this one, and this one. Oh, there's all the flames neatly on one layer. Hallelujah. Cool. Now I've got all the candles there. So I should be able to just move them aside. Really, I should be able to move them up here. There should be nothing up here at any time. We'll just put all the candles up there. And assuming all the shrines keep the same shape of candles, which I'm sure they do, we should be able to reuse that. So I'll save that. And then we need to make a little alpha card for the candles. So I will duplicate this dummy object, make it a little bit smaller, 0.4, and I'll just call it shrine candles. And I will convert it to be exported. I'll put it on another layer. And then just so we can see what we're doing, we'll turn on that layer, and I'll separate out a plane. Oh, I should not have extruded that. I don't know what I was thinking. Let me delete that. Actually, undo, undo, undo. Didn't mean to extrude that. That was colossally stupid. I'm undoing, but I'm not seeing what's going. There it goes. Okay, cool. So I just want to duplicate a plane. Why? I'm duplicating it, but it's extruding it. Like, what is the issue with that? Why is it doing that? That's so weird. I did not extrude. I'm pressing Shift D. Super weird. I don't know what was going on there. Okay, so I'm trying to just make a little plane, and I want it to just go straight up here. More or less. And this is going to be the little card for the candles. I'm just going to project it. I'll go from the camera's perspective, and I'll just press Control up, and then I'll Alt R to refresh. Oh, oops. The candles are going to be on the repaired. Okay, that's fine. Let's just get the here. We'll need a new material, and it's going to be Shrine 1 repaired. And we will open this image. It's going to be Shrine 2 Cliff. There we go. And now we should be able to see our candles. So put them there. We just need a little bit more. Just going to extrude this forward, or yeah, extrude that forward. Move it forward. A little bit more height here. Should already be the right size. Okay, and then I'll just add a cut. Come on, correct the UVs. Another cut. And then we'll grab these two faces and I'll just delete them. And I'll just check the reference here. Looks like our candles are roughly the right size. I think that'll work. Okay. I wonder, do they all have that same candle? Yeah, they do. Okay. That's good. Come on. Stay on target here. So here we have our candle mesh, and I'm just going to make it a child of our new dummy object. And export shrine candles. Oh! So something in here is marked for export that we don't have permission to write. So I'm just going to make sure everything is marked to not export. And then we should export that. There we go. Shrine candles. And I'll head over to Unity. And I'll find those shrine candles. And I'll just make sure they're marked for export. Sorry, I'll make sure that they're added. So Perforce already added them. That's great. Zingdraw's art, hello and welcome. Thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate that. All right. Well, I'm glad you dig the dev content, and thank you so much for the support. And thanks for dropping by the stream. And thanks, Valley of the Wind. Yeah, if I can get these shrines working, then I think that they're going to be really cool. Right now, they're just such a mess. Okay, so under Shrine Repaired, I want to create a new prefab. And I'll call it Candles. And we'll put the candle mesh in there. Okay, perfect. And it came in, it looks like it actually came in at the right spot. Did it? Did it? I think it did. Well, anyhow, we can always move it because now I need to put all these little flames at the top. So I'm going to do that at the prefab level. Type flame. Here's a candle flame. Stick that inside of the prefab. Whoa. Okay, we got to cut that off. We will, no problem. So there's our flame. And we just want to make sure that it is right at the tip of each candle. And I want to make sure that it doesn't the sorting is correct. So I'll just make sure that it's, well, you know what I'll do? I'll make all the flames kind of right on top of the candle to make sure that they're in the right spots. And then I'll go through and push them all forward. Do want them to have slightly varied depths, because if I make them exactly all the same depth from the camera, then of course there's going to be Z fighting. So I want to push some of them back, pull some of them forward. And we're just moving them a little bit in the hopes that none of them are really going to be on the same plane in Z. It's kind of hard to tell which ones I've already given a flame to, but I'm just trying to keep track. Oh, that flame looks like it's going to be way too high. Move this one down. Way forward. That one on there. That one right there. And this one down. Oops, I forgot to offset the last one. Actually, I think that the glow is an additive shader, so hopefully it won't be a problem. But there, so now all of them should have flames, and we should see, hopefully, if it's gonna work. I wonder, gosh, it looks like we shouldn't even have water line on that, but we'll see. Okay, so let's fix this other problem we have here of the render mesh, including candles in the corner. We'll just lop off that corner right there. In fact, I could probably lop off a bit more. Let me lop off all this in case we want to store other stuff up there in the corners. Very wasteful in texture memory, all these shrines. They use a very big texture and they use very little of it. But, you know, we're at the stage in development where I just really need to, you know, we've done a good job, I think, with keeping the textures efficient, especially for the kind of game that it is. And now we just need to not worry about it and just get everything done in the fastest way possible that will look the best. And hopefully we'll be all right on memory. So Shrine 1. I'm going to check that out, and then I'm going to re-export that mesh. Cool, perfect. So now we have the candles, with the exception of these. I should probably put the flames there as well. So let's call this Shrine Candles. And then I will prefab that so we can use it on all of our shrines. And now we also need another group. We'll call this Shrine Candles 2. And we need to put all of the little flames over there as well. So I'll grab, well, I'll just place, make sure that the shrine candles, yeah, are on origin. That's what we want. And then we want to search for that candle flame and stick it inside of the Shrine Candles 2 group. Why does it come in at such crazy rotations and things? It's kind of annoying. Look at that. What does it need to be rotated? That's so silly. I don't know what direction it should face. Did all of these ones come in at silly orientations as well? It doesn't look like it. Huh. You know, maybe I should just grab one of those. Those seem to have the correct orientation. So I'll copy one of those and paste it inside. It's so weird because now they don't have the correct orientation. That's really bizarre to me. Like you would think when you paste it, it would be global. It would paste it with global scale. Very peculiar. Anyway. Okay, I'll rotate it back a little. I just hate how, I guess once I scale it down, it should be okay. Okay. Oh, you know, all the other flames should have random scales as well in the other prefab. You know what I should do is I should open this prefab, save. I've done this trick before where I keep a little dot inside the candle prefab so that I can actually see where I'm placing it a lot more easily. I'll create a little sphere. I'll scale down the sphere. In fact, it's most important that it's right on top of the particle, so I'll just make sure it's on 0, 0, 0 on the particle. Now that little dot should be exactly where our flame is, and I'll go ahead and check that out and save. And now I'll just see that little dot. It is so wild how long it takes to save a prefab in Unity. Why does it need to like go through the entire game to save the prefab? It loops through every scene that's referencing that prefab. Very strange. So now I can see a little bit better where these ones are too. And I just wanted to vary up their scale. So they're just, I want some of them to be a little bit smaller. Those ones, I just want a lot of size variation here. Okay. It looks like the flame doesn't actually take the scale, so I don't really know what I'm doing here. I think I might be wasting my time. Anyhow, here we go. Let's place all of the flames on each of the candle heads. Every candle should have a flame. Oops, got the wrong gizmo handle there. So these ones I'm not going to play with their Z offsets. And I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to see if it looks correct or not. If I see any Z fighting. All right. Drawing candles. Let's prefab that out. Prefabs. Everybody has a flame. I'm also going to go ahead and add a collider to this. Thinking maybe a box collider. Create a cube. So the player cannot walk into all the candles. Something like that. And I'll remove the mesh render now. And I'll call it col. And then let's go ahead and apply that change to the prefab. Oh, oops, I should have had my Twitch sounds on. Let me go check my Twitch. Okay, so I haven't missed any follows. Very good. I'll be right back, folks. sorry about that, folks. Okay. So I need to open up the candle flame and turn off that little white dot that I had put in there as a sort of debug measure so I can see where the heck I'm placing candle. Okay, there we go. I'm a little bit worried that these are going to be clipping through. So I'm just going to grab all of them and just push them forward just a touch. A little bit more. Give it a save. Oh, I should have applied. Oh my goodness. It's crazy to think that some people have this autosave checked in Unity, and then every single time you even touch a single thing, it tries to autosave, which is nuts. All right, so the shrine repaired should be good now. Turn on the regular shrine, give that a save. And then I should be able to back up and just make sure the candles and everything are working. We'll jump into play mode. All right. And we'll do a restoration round in it. Oh my gosh, the candles look better than I thought that they would. Is it kind of dark out? Okay, yeah. The candles look pretty good. And the restored version looks pretty good in general. I don't like how this water line is happening on a place that doesn't have any water. But yeah, we just need to put some vegetation around each one. But that works pretty well. And I can't walk into the candles, which is good. I really wish that they had a little bit more variety in the size of the flame, but they'll have to do. Oof. I don't know if you guys can hear that with those chimes. Those chimes have Doppler effect on them, which is so evil sounding. I'll turn off the Doppler effect. Okay, yeah, I think that'll do. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that water line. Maybe nothing. Maybe it's not so bad, but it is. I hate it. Okay. Well, one thing I did want to do is I wanted to go to the belly and more and adjust the scale of that anthropologist person. Let's go into that belly and more and make sure she looks right. And we might have to scale down the shrine a little bit. Agree about the harsh water line, yeah. I mean, especially when it doesn't touch the water. It's super weird. I mean, it looks good when it's actually on the water. Okay, so this shrine is absolutely... Is it massive? It's a scale of 1. And how big is this other one? This one is a scale of 1, so it should be the same scale. Huh. Okay. Well... Scale her down. Can she be up that high? Maybe she can just be right here. I don't know. I wonder if that would look weird if she was just literally in front of it. Okay, let's check out the belly and more, give it a save. And then jump into our start settings and check out how that looks. It might just look kind of weird if she's just brushing at nothing, but we'll see if it actually looks like that. Well, well, well. Look at that horrible Z fighting. It actually doesn't look weird at all. She's still too big. Why is... I don't know why there's Z fighting there. Especially if we made little like dust poofs coming out. So much little detail work. So I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on here. So there's only one shrine, Anthropologist Shrine. So the repaired shrine is off. Why is there Z fighting on the shrine? Like why? Maybe it's showing the repaired shrine on top. This wouldn't make any sense. Okay, so clearly there's two shrines showing. B is driving me insane. Mute the audio of the game. Okay. So what the heck is going on? So the repaired shrine is not showing the shrine lighting. I don't know. Oh, shrine lightning. Okay. Destroyed game objects is not showing up. Is it just the shrine? So if I deactivate the shrine, the whole thing's gone. Shrine pond. Deactivate that, it's fine. Is it not Z fighting? Is it just like some kind of lighting thing? What is going on? If I deactivate, okay, the mesh render I deactivate. Is there some kind of point light doing weird things to it? So I'm gonna rotate it. I rotated it back. No, still getting the super weird treatment. So the only thing I can think of is maybe in Blender we're actually exporting multiple things on top of it. Yep, that's the problem. All right. So we've got, not on this layer. I don't know how this happened, so that's fine. It's not on that layer. I suspect it won't be on here either. Yeah, that seems fine. That seems fine. Shouldn't be the candle layer. Not that layer. Oh, there it is. It is that layer. Okay, so what layer is this? What is this supposed to be? Is this like... I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Looking here, it seems like we've got everything we need. Looking here, is this the destroyed? Is this supposed to be the destroyed mesh? I'm gonna clear that, re-export. There we go. Okay, so that's fixed. Now we can actually look at the anthropologist. Wonder how big should she be? Geez, let's tick her down to like 0.3. So now she's about the same size as the player. Maybe even smaller than the player. Let's go like 0.33. There. Now she's just a very tiny bit bigger than the player. I wonder if we want her flipped the other way and then moved over to the other side. That look better? We have her moved up. Hey, that actually makes more sense because it actually looks like she's standing on those stones. So that seems like a good bet. And she's really brushing broken spot. Now I don't want her standing on that stuff, just right there on that stone. That looks perfect. Maybe even a little bit lower. And we're getting the whole shadow. Yeah, we want her to be off to the side. I think that looks good. And I can't bump into her. So that even though she's technically floating, she's floating in the world. It doesn't really matter. We'll just copy that component. I think that looks really good. Cool. Let me catch up here. Ryan JQ asks, is Jacqueline still playing through the game? She just finished. She just finished 20 hours. Took her 20 hours. And we have a sheet. And we have a spreadsheet of bugs and thoughts and fixes and polish items. I think it's about 200 and something items, which is not that much for a 20-hour playthrough, honestly. She had a couple progress impeders, unfortunately, but she said that the game was fun the entire time, which is nuts. It's completely nuts. Like, we don't usually have that much fun playing our own games. So really, I can't even begin to imagine how much more fun it would be for someone who, you know, hadn't seen any of the stuff in the game and didn't actually make the game. And I feel like feeling really good about it right now. Quality of the game anyway. Crucials, hello, welcome back. It has been a while. I think progress is going very well. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's staged. Let me go ahead and cross that off of the Trello. Got some, here we go. Yeah, I think that looks great. I would just love if she made little dust plumes. Would it really be that hard? I think we've got a got a component for it. So here's a skeleton render. I think it's like particle on event or something. Particle from spine events. And there's a spawn bone. And there's an offset. I think we could just use that bone as the spawn bone. And it could follow the bone or not. And the particle, is the particle like an actual particle system? Particle name, spawn bone, offset, follow bone. Yeah, it's literally just a particle. Guys, I don't think this would be that hard. We've got the particle event name. There's no events in this. So let's do it. Let's do it real quick. Come on. Let's do it. 10 minutes. We can do it. All right. So I'm going to go find the spine file for it. Into the spine projects. And it's going to be Anthropologist. There she is. There's her folder. I just need her spine file. I'm going to check her out. Oh, we never even checked her in. Let's go ahead and check her in. And then we got to go to the spine output Anthropologist. We've got to check that stuff out too. I'll just say Anthropologist, we'll say shrines work, repaired state, Anthropologist, Anthropologist, staging, and dust plume. Save. Okay, so now we just need to open the spine project. There it is. Crack that sucker open. And we just need an event. And I'll just call the events dust. I'm literally just going to use the footstep dust because I think that would be perfect. So let's find her bones. Go into the animation. And right here under this bone, I'm going to add a new, right when she goes down, boom, contact, dust contact. Boom, right there. And we're going to add a new event. New, where do we add it? Here's the root, Anthropologist, new, draw order. Oh, I don't remember how to add an event. Why can't I add a new one? Gonna tell me? We're in animate mode. Okay, what's new? What's new? New, this is all things about the rig. You know what? I bet I add it here. Events, there we go. So let's add a new event and I'll call it dust. Excellent. And now right here, oh, I think we just, does it have a position? I don't think it does, but we keyed it. We key it. Yep, it does not have a position. Just something that happens. Dust, yeah, there it goes, dust. So that is dust. Strike right here, dust. Let's just make sure we can play it back. No, that looked late for some reason. Yeah, I think we want it a little bit earlier. How's that? Dust, dust. Yeah, I think that's good. Dust, dust. So there should be 4. Dust. Dust. Okay, let's play that. Dust. Oh. Dust. 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 I think that's good. Very good. Now I'm going to save it and export. It already has the correct output path. Export should overwrite everything. Exports very quickly. Back to Unity. And then we've got our spine. Okay, so particle from spine event. And how does it actually acquire the skeleton? How does it know what to look for? Spine bone, it says. Okay, skeleton. Here's a skeleton animation. It gets it on start. So why can't we type something in here? The particle event is a string. So what's the problem? Does it actually know what to look for here? Let's see. So the bone we want, I believe, is brush 3. Yeah, it is. It's brush 3. So do we have access to a brush 3? I don't know how it would know about that bone. It does. So something about that is giving us something going on here. But it doesn't seem to have received the event yet. So we might need to jump into play mode. We might need a domain reload as well. I'll go ahead and give it a domain reload. Let's exit out of Visual Studio. I will open up the game manager. I'm thinking we probably need to jump into play mode more than anything. I don't know how it gave me a list of all the bones because I didn't see a reference. It must be something about that attribute that's happening with spine that is getting the skeleton data asset. I'll give that a save. Hop back into Unity. We'll get a domain reload going. Hey, for anyone who's new to the stream, you probably already know what's up. But if you don't, we're making a video game here. The game is called Songs of Glimmerwick. It's a Witch Academy RPG where the magic of the world is music. It's going to be a banger. It already is. It's such a freaking good game. I think it's going to knock people's socks off. I think it's going to blow their minds. I really do. I think it's going to blow people's minds. I think it's going to punch way, 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 way above its weight. Here it is. So the particle showed up now. So dust. And we've got a little bit of an offset. I think the offset should be negative. So moving forward should be like, I guess in her case, if it's local, it's going to be positive Z. So I'll go like 0.15. Okay, now we need to actually get the particles. So I'll look for a footstep or dust. There's little dust. Here's a dust kick and a dust puff. Let's start with the dust kick. I think that will be better. I don't know what either of them look like, so let's get that in there. Okay, it's orientated in the wrong way. Oh, no, it's not. It's just incredibly small. Is it scalable? Yes, it is. That's the dust. That could work. Okay, but it's clear we need a little bit of an X offset as well, so it's probably going to be negative X, negative 0.2. And then I'm going to link that dust and save. Now we're going to back out and let's give it a test. Valley of the Wind asks, is the offset for the Z fighting? Yeah, and I want the dust to plume up behind the brush because she's brushing the stone. So I want the dust to happen between the brush and the stone. We'll see if I even got it right. Okay, so it is happening. It's sorry guys, got the hiccups. Unfortunately, it looks more like somebody shooting it with a pistol. Really bright as well. Let me see if we can adjust this in real time. So the offset, that's the first thing. We just want to get that offset correct. The negative 0.2 is clearly too much. I also think we can go down negative 0.1 on the Y. Let's try that. It seems like there's one we missed too. Like when she first starts, it seems like there should be a dust kick there. That's a lot better. 0.2. Bring it down a little bit more. I also would like the particle effect to be slower. Come on. Okay, let's try to go negative 0.4 on the X. Okay, let's try negative 0.3. No, I guess it should be 0.2. I don't know. I can't tell why. Why does it look weird? I guess it needs to be more subtle. So definitely much lower opacity. It's hardly making a difference. It might be an additive. Let's go way down with the opacity. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's much, 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 much better. So opacity like 20. And then I'm also thinking that the simulation speed should be slower. See if that looks better. Way better. Also, maybe could be a little bit bigger, like 0.6. That looks so much better. I'm thinking even bigger, 0.65, 0.65. Hey, Luxaritas. Good to see you. Okay, much better. All right, so we lowered the opacity, we lowered the simulation speed, we increased the size, and we also, most importantly, need to remember the position, which is negative 0.2, negative 0.2, 0.15. Just gonna remember all that stuff. Come on, Unity. Billion more. So most important thing, negative 0.2, negative 0.2, 0.15. There we go. And then the dust kick, we had some stuff. We lowered the opacity to like 20. I think it could be a little bit higher. I'll do like 23, let's say. We increased the size to 0.65. And I lowered the simulation speed to 2. And that should be everything all good. I don't know if this anthropologist is prefabbed or not. I'll just go ahead and save changes to the entire prefab there. Yeah, it does. It really looks like she's contacting the stone. To me, it looks like she's standing several feet from the wall and the brush isn't touching it. She is. She's far away from the wall and the brush is definitely not touching it. But hopefully you just had that thought from this angle. I'm hoping you didn't feel that way when we were actually in the game. Because this is not, the game is only ever seen from one angle. So all of our little tricks are broken when we're in scene mode. But if you felt like it looked like that while we were actually playing the game, then it's a problem. All right, I'm gonna do one last check on this. Here we go. And hopefully it will solve her problem of her dialogue being off screen as well. So I'll go ahead and talk to her. Very nice. That looks really solid. Let me make sure. Does she even have a camera? Oh yeah, that's way off screen. That's terrible. She doesn't have a camera, a virtual camera. She should. So she needs a virtual camera. Her dialogue is now way too far above her head. So there's a lot of little things to adjust. I also think that maybe she should have another plume right here. Oh no, we've got the first one. I don't know why that one doesn't work. Is there one at the end here that we missed? Oh yeah, there is. Come on, get this key. Put it like right here. Okay, we'll save that and export it one final time. And then go back into Unity. Oh my God, so much little nitsy management here. Oh, and before I forget, this tree is Z fighting. It's completely unacceptable. I'm gonna forget. I keep forgetting. Okay, there. Gotta save exterior world. Go back to the belly and more. And then check her offset. So it's 5.7. I think it should be like probably, I'm guessing 3 or potentially even less. And she needs a camera, a virtual camera here. So I'm going to go into our NPC prefab. I'm going to open that, save the Belly and More prefab. And I'm going to grab the default virtual camera, head back to the Belly and More prefab. And paste that camera in there. Paste. Put it at 0, 0, 0. I'm going to turn it on. I wish there was a way we could actually see what's going on. Let me save that Belly and More. So long to save. It's really excruciating, man. And then we need to turn on the Belly and More prefab in game in our main scene. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to kind of see what's going on here. No, because there's a more powerful camera override. Oh boy. Here, let's just change this to like 100, 1300. I still can't see anything. It's so annoying. So I have no idea what it looks like. None. Where is this camera? It's supposed to be right here. Oh, I see. Okay. So we just, actually everything was fine. We just had the camera in the wrong position. So in theory, yeah, there we go. All right. That was my bad. We don't want to get too close because the texture resolution of this shrine is not holding up because it is just so small on the texture. It's a shame. 2048, are you kidding me? This is not, this should probably, oh, okay, it is a 1024. Should probably actually be a 2048. We might have to up-res that. Okay, so let's just see how we can stage this here. That's all right. It's okay. Be a little bit more to the left. Seems reasonable. Yeah, it doesn't look like 1024. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to up-res all the shrine textures. It's a weird field of view. 8. Anyhow, okay, save that. Oh, nope. I have 70,000 more things to save. I need to turn off this NPC virtual camera. Hook up that virtual camera. I need to apply the changes, invoke the little saving thing here, and then save the Belly and More. And then back up, turn off the Belly and More, run the game, and hopefully we will be taking a peek at this for the last time. Then moving on. How you doing? Cool. Now we can see her whole dialogue. It's a little bit low. So just take a look at that. Anthropologist. I hope it updates in real time. By 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5. Okay, better, much better. So we just need to change that to 3.5, do our final save. I'll be right back, folks. All right, so I just wanted to do, what was it? A final check. We had the camera working. We moved the dialogue down. Oh, no, it wasn't a final check. I just needed to actually open Belly and More. And we needed to move that dialogue to 3.5. here. Okay. Okay. Oh, Wellham14. Sorry, I missed your follow. I appreciate that. You're still around. Thanks for the follow. Okay. And then we need to go to our anthropologist and just make sure that her offset is at 3.5. Apply. And save our prefab. Okay. This is wonderful. So that's done. Now I'm going to change back to the other start settings. And we'll just try the shrine repair and see what's going on with it. Unmute the audio. I think I played the dirge. I also don't hear the sound. That I should. Okay. There's supposed to be like a fuzz sound. The shrine repaired. Repaired shrine chimes, wind chimes, that's good. We just want to make sure that the Doppler effect is on 0. How big is the radius? With the linear roll off, that seems reasonable. And then the destroyed, I don't hear the destroyed sound. It's going into diegetic music. This is the destroyed sound, or like it's like the white noise, we'll call it white noise. And it goes into diegetic music so that it actually ducks out the music, which is what we want. And we want the hum. Oh no, the hum is the silence. No, that's just actual silence. I wonder why we don't have the sound. Let's see what's going on. So shrine repairer and shrine destruction. So the post shrine spell, or the post spell shrine is shrine repaired. That's good. And the repaired audio is repaired shrine. Shrine destruction. We don't have a destruction audio, which is weird. Very weird. I think I unmuted them though, right before we tested it. Okay, so I'll save that and let's go into the Temple of Silence and just make sure we've got our sound. Okay, here's the resonance. It's called Singing Glow 2. And it's pitched to 0.2. So I got to make sure to pitch it exactly that same way. Singing Glow 2. Here's the white noise. And we want to put that Singing Glow 2. And then, okay, so it is already pitched to 0.2. That's great. Repaired shrine chimes. That I don't think should be pitched to 0.2. That should probably be 1. We'll hear what that sounds like. Actually, what do these wind chimes sound like? Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what that's like. It's weird how it doesn't have a. Why does it even need a repaired audio? Like, what does it do with the repaired audio? It just literally just activates it. And then if we go with the destruction is linked to the lightning. Okay, so we should have everything we need here. I don't know why the destruction doesn't have an audio. Very strange. But you would think it would need one. We'll just manually activate it. For now, though, we just really want to make sure we add like a particle effect for the repairing of the shrine. So looking at the shrine lightning, I'll go ahead and maybe duplicate that as a starting point. And we'll go like shrine repair FX. And I'm going to unpack the prefab. And then we're going to go up to that shrine repair and just make sure we've got it linked up to that. There's an animation clip, shrine lightning. Oh, so it should be this animation. Okay, and then we're just going to swap out that animation clip, shrine lightning. I'll duplicate that. We'll call it shrine repair FX. And we'll just hook that up. Shrine repair effects. We only need one. Okay. Now this one we're gonna have to make different. So point light is probably fine. Particles, fine, but we don't need all this crap. So yeah, we don't want all that lightning stuff. So the shrine flash we definitely need. So we're going to have to duplicate that material and we'll go shrine 1 repaired flash. Repaired flash. Shrine flash, shrine 1 repaired flash. That's not shrine 1 repaired flash. There we go. Okay. And for that, we want shrine to cliff. Very nice. So there's the glow and the lightning sound. Play sound on enable. What? We're playing 2 lightning sounds at the same time? Why? Okay, we're probably going to want some kind of healing sound. That's terrible. A little better. I don't want something with so much attack. I'm going to turn this down. It's probably really loud for you guys. That's pretty good, but I think I want something that swells a little more. Like this. That's absurd. That could work. Maybe I'll make the visuals first. Okay, so we've got the flash, and hopefully the flash is still intact from the animation. So I'm looking at the animation, and it fades out. That's exactly what we want. So flashes, and then it fades out, and it should reveal the new repaired version underneath. Where's this lightning coming from? Okay, here's the bolt. We don't need a bolt anymore. Point light, here's the bolt glow. We don't need that anymore. Okay. So let's remove all the bolt stuff. That's fine, but it should probably fade in. So looking at the material for the shrine glow. Wow, we've got a lot of keyframes here. This is all the glowing stuff. Do that, and then, oh, come on now. Let's grab all these keyframes and paste them at the beginning. So it starts out with nothing, and then it glows in, and then it goes away. Cool. And it should, underneath, we should have the new repaired version. Now we need some kind of like rays going up or something. So let me try to find the spell for the casting of the dirge, I believe, has a good particle we can use. Rain cloud spell summon. Check that out. I'm going to stick that into shrine repair effects. Yeah, that seems right. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm not really sure we even need the rings on the ground. Because, yeah, it just doesn't really make sense. Well, maybe it could. I think if we're going to do that, then we would just want, well, Yeah, it just clips through everything, so it's kind of a problem. Unless we scale it so big that it goes around everything, which is just going to make it absolutely massive. I don't know if we want. Yeah, I think it's going to be a problem to have those rings. So let's ixnay the rings. Let's find which one is actually making the rings. So here's a ring. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Oh, let's unpack this. Unpack. And we'll just call this like repair. Oh, we'll call it particles. Here's the ring. Delete that. What about these waves? What are they doing? Yeah, we don't want those either. Bounds, restart those. Oh my God, what? We're seeing so many of, it's really hard to tell what's what here. There's smoke and there's beams. I don't know what the bounds are. I'll get rid of that. Okay, there we go. And I like those little sparklies. I think we need like way more of them. I think the smoke could go a little bit higher just to make sure it's not clipping through stuff. Still clipping through stuff. Try to move it more away from everything. There. Now from the camera's perspective in the game, this should be okay. And then let's find, so the beams are fine, even though I can barely see them. We want maybe it to go a little bit longer. So what is it? It's an emission 10 cycles. How about 20 cycles? And I also think it should be slowed down a little. So simulation speed down to 1.5. Cool. And now let's find those, who's making the little bedazzlers here. And we've got time and count. Let's increase the lifetime of them. Let's go between 0.6 and 1.5. There we go. How about even longer? Some of them can really linger a long time. Pretty hard to tell what's going on with all these outline bounding box things. Okay, that seems like it's probably going to work. So that's that. Yeah, I think it'll work. We've saved it. Deactivate. And just make sure we've got that shrine repair. Oh no. Okay, shrine repair effects. Phew. Let's make sure we've got that animation hooked up. Here, shrine lightning, shrine repair effects. Oh, we already had an animation for shrine repair. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb sometimes. Maybe it was just a placeholder. But let's see how this looks now. Restoration round, pin it. Well, it worked. It was just a bit fast. Okay, now the repaired version needs a little like light. I don't really know how to make it go slower. Everything should go way slower. So I'll open up the prefab, and then I just want to grab a light and put it under the repaired game objects, shrine repaired. And just make it kind of golden. Make sure it doesn't have any weird fading on. And indirect what is it? Lighting has been disabled. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Probably, I'm thinking 1.2 will be enough. Hopefully that works. Give it a save. No, there's no point in saving it. I need to save it again here in a second. Okay, so we need to turn off the repaired version. I want to somehow slow down all of this. So first, let's take the animation and just extend it way out. Let's try like 1.5 seconds. And then I'll take the particles, who seem like they should take a long time anyway. I don't know about 1.5 seconds. What is this right here? That's a light keyframe. Okay. I keep accidentally saving it, and it takes like 20 hours when I need to deactivate it. Shrine repaired. And then I'll also check the restoration. Restoration round spell, or repair spell. Repair. Shrine repair. And I just want to check it out, and I would like to give it the rain cloud summon particle effect. Okay. I hope all that works. That looked pretty good. I'm a little confused about that sound. I don't know what sound that was, but I thought that looked pretty good. The sound sounded more like somebody being beamed up to the Enterprise from Star Trek. So we want it to sound a little bit more like something being healed or repaired. So I'm just gonna take a look at the spell cast sound and see if, so it played healing 11. What does that sound like? That's a huge sound, and I don't feel like it was played, but I think that's the right sound for the job. Now I'm wondering what actually went on. Try and repair. Okay, so casted, it played at volume 0.5, and looking at our prefab, we've got the, well, it's not the lightning sound, it's just, I wonder if do we even need a play? It actually doesn't seem like it. Oh, there, that was the sound that we were hearing. So we want something more gentle, I think, and that takes longer as well. I want a really long and not that loud sound. Long and gentle. This has too much attack. Yeah, that's definitely too much attack. It has a nice decay though. Oh, here, this one's really long. But it's not a lot of twinkly stuff. I want some more twinkling. Not hearing any twinkling. Ew. Let's try to search for chimes. We have a bunch of different chimes. Okay, that's something. That's pretty good. Magic chimes 1. Let's go with that. And I'm going to go full volume on this, because it's a pretty quiet sound already. That works. I'll put the white noise as a child of the destroyed. Let's hear what that sounds like. I don't like how she goes into front view. Oh, probably because she got moved off of that spot. Okay. That actually looked pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. Now we just have to put some vegetation to support the look here. We might be able to solve some of our waterline problems by just cutting more. That's for fizz. That's for fizz. For candles. That's for pond. I think it's part of pond. Yeah, it is. Okay. We could just cut more. We could either make more water back there. I think that might look better to do more water. Let's try more water. We already have this very delicately crafted. I'm sure there's a reason why I didn't add more water. I would have already thought of this. Let's try that. And then I will check out that pond. Shrine 1 pond. Check out. Okay, no visible change here, so maybe there's something to that. Progress, that's right. And I'll try. Why did I want to try the dirge? Oh yeah, I wanted to try the dirge because I wanted to see if the white noise is working. So I need to get some music playing. some game world music. I think I can do that by going into bristlecone and then leaving. I'll set the game speed to time scale to 3 and get this done faster. Perfect. Ew, something's wrong with the lighting. Not right. We didn't have that before we walked in. I'm getting distracted. There's so many things to work on. I get so distracted. So we've got tiny crush brighten. Huh. Here we go. I want the dirge. Whoops. Oh, it's... The music stopped entirely. Maybe the song ended, but I certainly don't hear the sound. Hey, Colby House. Good to see you. So, why? What's the problem here? Why can't we hear the fuzz? So there's the shrine one. This should not be active anymore. I guess everything... Whoa! Everything in it is disappeared, so maybe it's not a problem. Anyhow, the shrine destroyed game object is active, and the white noise is inactive. That's why. There we go. I still can't hear it. I don't hear it. The pitch is 0.2. The volume is very loud. It's going in through diegetic music. I don't know, man. I don't understand it. What's wrong? Very weird. So I will make sure it's enabled, although I don't think that that is going to fix it. And I didn't like that color change that was happening. I don't know why that's happening. Tiny Crush Brighten. So I was just debugging. Here's almost normal. What's that? Okay, so that's just a little bit brighter. Almost normal 3. Almost normal 3. So 2 really adds a lot of brightness. Okay. 3 does nothing at all. Almost normal 2 does do something. But really, I just want, I don't know why it went to set to 1 when I left, but I'll turn it to 1. Or I'll turn it to none in the LUT there. And then I will go ahead and save everything. Valley of the Wind says, was that the brightened LUT for the storm you made? Yes, it was. That was the LUT for the storm I made. And I put it in the second slot, thinking that it never goes to the second slot when you're outside. But apparently it does. After you go inside and come outside, it's the blend amount set to 1. So we'll just have to fix that. I'll try one more time with Desolation Dirge. Set the time scale to 5. Music's playing. No fuzz. No music. All right, whatever. Don't understand that. A lot of random things are happening. Yeah, I probably will have to write up a design doc on fixing all of them. And the other thing I wanted to do was just put some foliage around the repaired game object, shrine repaired. So I'll just turn off the original one for now. Okay, that, you know, that doesn't look too bad with the pond. I'm really surprised by that. What I can at least do is, just in case players are going to see, just sort of soften out those verts a little bit, just in case they end up catching a little bit. I think it mostly will be covered by vegetation, but it would at least be a little bit more subtle. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So looking at our reference here, trying to cliff, I know we had some vegetation. Okay, so some bushes and some grass. I'll just try to cover it in a little bit of grass. And I'll just try to stick to what I think looks good. So I'll give that a... No, I should not have saved that. Why am I always doing that? Yeah. Let's find some grass. Shouldn't be beach grass. There's this little, I think it's called Great Hall grass. And I want to constrain my search to prefabs. Okay, so there's some prefabs for it. I'll stick it under the shrine repaired object. And then I'll just type in 000. Well, it's a little big. 90. Just sort of cover up the sides here with a little bit of this grass. We got all the prefabs in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oops. Something like that. Now Jacqueline had some what looks like cranberry bushes or something down there. Don't quite have that asset support. The number of different shrubs I could try. Those are too big. Red shrub. Tea house shrub. Yeah, I think maybe tea house shrub could work. Put it in the repaired folder. Folder, not a folder. Game object. Try tea house shrub 2. That. Stick that over there. Nice looking shrub. Put that like right. Oops, this one is really floating very high. I think that looks pretty nice. Let's try tea house shrub 3. And maybe tea house shrub 4. It's pretty nice. I like it. Give it a save. I always save too early. I need to deactivate shrine repaired, reactivate the original shrine, and then save it. Okay, let's see how repairing looks. Kind of weird how the plants showed up there. But other than that, it looks really good. And now some of these plants jostle, and I think that's really important. But I think it generally looks quite good. Yeah, pretty nice. I feel like it should have a little bit more of a border here or something, but whatever, it's fine. You can't do everything. All right, folks, I'm going to be right back. All right, folks. I think I'm going to call it here. I'm going to call it here. Good day's work. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me on the stream here. And of course, if you're new to the stream, please check out our game. There's the Moobot. Just left a little link there for our Steam page if you want to click on that and go check out our trailer and our screenshots. And if it seems like your jam, then please give it a wish list. That would mean the world to us. All right, folks. Hopefully I'll catch some of y'all next time. Peace out. Bye, Wellhum. Thanks for dropping by stream.